My name is Michael Paris. I make skis. I always got like hand-me-downs, and my parents would present them, well, Santa Claus would present them to me as new. You know, they'd be wrapped up under the tree, but I, in most cases, knew who they used to belong to. When I was of legal working age in Pennsylvania, my dad said, okay, you're on your own for skiing. So I got involved with the ski patrol and started training when I was 15. I really enjoyed just taking the sport that I grew up and really loved doing and kind of like working and kind of giving back to it. Back in the 80s, the kind of VHS videotapes were pretty common, and started seeing videos of, you know, what was going on in Jackson Hole, and we're hanging out at Blue Knob looking at these mountains like, wow, holy shit, that looks amazing, let's go there. I was kind of torn between like maybe going to art school, maybe going to engineering school, and architecture seemed kind of in the middle, in between. I took this class called Robotic Art Studio, kind of late night in my studio, and a guy from the Robotics Institute at Carnegie Mellon stopped in and talked to me for a little bit about the project I was working on, which was a robotic exoskeleton that kind of encased a human arm. He took me on a tour of the Robotics Institute and had this project that was a lunar rover prototype, sending a robot to the moon that could be driven remotely from a theme park on Earth. Kind of sounded almost stupid, you know? So I ended up starting there like the next day. In Jackson, pretty much every spring break, Christmas break, summer breaks, whatever, I was spending as much time as I could out here. And at the end of my second year, I had a discussion with a professor about I needed to decide whether I was a skier or an architect. I told him that I'd been a skier all my life and I was there to learn about the architecture part of things. I thought about that over the summer and decided not to go back to school. At the time too, it was like the ski design was all stagnant. It was like, let's make some skis for ourselves that see if we can make something better than what's commercially available. Our first customers were guys that, you know, were like, oh, cool, you're making something here, I'll try it out, you know, and they're like, well, this is great, but I want to change this, or I want to change this. I want the shovel to be softer, I want it to be stiffer in the tail. So we got this idea of addressing each one of their concerns individually. When I got here, coming from this robotics background and like automating everything, I kind of had these big ideas of how like I was going to automate this process. You could basically design your ski on your smartphone while you're riding the chairlift, press go, and have the machinery at the shop start making your ski while you were still out skiing. So I have, you know, all these drawings and sketches and ideas and flow charts of like how the process is going to be automated. That's all great if you're into sitting at the computer all day, but realized it was more fun to just go and try it, make the ski, and take it out and see how it performs. There's no more magazine ads, there's no more trade shows. We're done with all the promotional stuff. We're not going to put logos on the skis, we're just going to do word of mouth. Like, you find out about us and you come and find me and have me make your skis. Oh, these skis don't have a logo, so I might have to ask, hey, wonder what those are. Like, excuse me, what are those skis? Oh, they're Igneous Skis, they're made here in Jackson Hole. How do you like them, is the next question.
This pair's like a carbon sandwich, so it's pretty light. What is that?
There you are, you're now a salesman. Just a stroke of genius.
182-ish, look like? 182-ish.
I'm real close to a perfect day every day. Get up early in the morning and go for a walk up on Teton Pass, get in my van and come in here and, you know, work on somebody's skis. Maybe it's for somebody that I ran into up on the pass. Thinking of the ski as like a tool, or as like the interface between you and the snow. And there are like certain physical attributes that you have in your body, like your height, your weight, your skiing style, your level of aggression, whatever. And then certain attributes that the terrain and the snow conditions have. thinking of the ski as this interface between the two, and how these factors on either side of like the person and the mountain kind of come together at your foot.